As the adventurers step into the vibrant, blocky landscape reminiscent of a Minecraft realm, they find themselves surrounded by an endless array of building materials. Stacks of stone, wood, and iron blocks are embedded within the lush green terrain and open mines. The sun hangs high in a pixelated sky, bathing the world in a serene, warm glow. The urge to build a base of operations takes hold, a curious compulsion spurred by the land itself. Nearby, a crystalline river sparkles invitingly, and the melodious hum of a gentle music box seems to drift on the breeze, setting a calm yet anticipatory atmosphere as the party's eyes meet, silently agreeing that this is the perfect spot to lay down roots.
Feeling the invigorating warmth of the sun on my skin, I relish the thought of crafting a base of operations. Turning to my companions, I declare with a fiery glint in my eyes, let's start by building a stronghold. I'll heat up some stone to forge a solid foundation. Then, raising my hands, I summon a wave of fire to smelt the nearest stone blocks, turning them into a sturdy base for our future fortress.
Round 1. I survey the terrain, ensuring there are no threats lurking nearby. Nodding at Pyra's enthusiasm, I grumble. Aye, a stronghold it is. I'll keep watch as you work. Can't have any creepers getting the jump on us. With my shield at the ready, I patrol the area, eyes keen for any encroaching danger.
I quickly scan the nearby forest line, looking for any signs of hidden traps or treasure that could aid in our construction. I'll be back in a jiffy, just gonna see if this place has any hidden goodies or nasties lying around, I say with a cheeky grin.
I survey the landscape with a detached calm, my mind focusing on the everlasting cycle of life and death. We build here, but remember, all structures return to dust in time. I cast a blessing of the watch over my companions, granting them divine vigilance against any creeping dangers as they work.
As Thoradin's watchful eyes scan the perimeter, he spots a movement in the dense forest, pixelated shadows flickering. Pyra's stone base begins to glow a vivid red, solidifying into a nearly indestructible foundation under her fiery touch. Wisp, darting through the bushes, stumbles upon a hidden chest, half buried in the soil and marked with strange glyphs. Just as Seraph's blessing settles upon the group, a deep, resonant growl echoes from within the forest, signaling imminent danger.
Feeling the growl reverberate through the air, I channel my magic, summoning a fiery wall around the perimeter of our base to deter any approaching threats. Stay back, whatever you are, or face the flames.
I slam my shield on the ground and shout, "Gird your loins, mates! Danger's afoot!" Then I stomp toward the forest edge, positioning myself between the party and the growling sound, shield raised and axe ready to strike.
I quickly examine the strange glyphs on the hidden chest to ensure it's not trapped, then attempt to pick the lock with my nimble fingers. Might have some goodies in here to help us out.
My eyes lock onto the tree line, where the growl emerged, acknowledging the transitory nature of our existence. Death stalks us closer than we think. I lift my holy symbol and cast Speak with Dead on the ground itself, attempting to commune with any lingering spirits of this land, to gather information about the approaching threat and their potential weaknesses.
The fiery wall erected by Pyra casts ominous shadows, flickering dangerously against the encroaching forest, causing the growling to pause momentarily. Thoradin's presence at the forefront, weapon gleaming, adds a palpable sense of protection to the group. As Wisp carefully pries open the chest, a jubilant chime echoes, revealing an enchanted bow and a bundle of gleaming arrows, just as the source of the growl, a massive, blocky bear, emerges from the forest, eyes glowing ominously red. Simultaneously, Seraph's invocation causes phantom figures to rise momentarily from the ground, their ghostly whispers revealing the key detail. The bear can be slain, but beware its rage. Strike swiftly and do not falter.
With a flick of my wrist, I conjure a stream of fire that dances around Thoradin, empowering his axe with fiery energy. Light it up, Thoradin! Let's take down this beast together!
I grip my axe tightly, feeling the warmth of Pyra's conjured flame infuse the weapon. With a deep breath and an intense glare, I shout, "By my beard! I won't be bringing down alone!" I charge at the blocky bear, swinging my axe right for its legs to try and topple it over.
I quickly sling the newly found enchanted bow over my shoulder and dart towards Thoradin's position, drawing one of the gleaming arrows. With a mischievous grin, I take aim at the bear's glowing eyes and let the arrow fly. Let's see if this bear likes a little sparkle in its eye.
As the phantom figures dissipate, their warnings fresh in my mind, I fix my gaze on the massive blocky bear, its menacing presence weighing heavily in the air. The bear's rage will be its downfall. I raise my holy symbol high and cast Curse of Vulnerability upon the bear, hoping to weaken its defenses and amplify the damage from Thoradin's fiery strikes and Wisp's enchanted arrows.
The bear roars defiantly as Thoradin's flaming axe slices through its leg, causing pixelated chunks to splinter and fall. Staggering but not down, the bear's ferocious red eyes lock onto the dwarf. Wisp's enchanted arrow sails through the air, striking the bear's eye with a dazzling burst of light, blinding it momentarily. Under Seraph's curse of vulnerability, the beast falters, roaring in agony, its movements now sluggish and labored. A perfect opportunity for a finishing blow.
Seeing the bear stagger and weakened, I channel my fire into a focused beam and aim for the bear's exposed, blinded eye, intending to pierce through and end its rampage swiftly. Let this inferno be your final sight!
Recognizing the bear's vulnerability, I tighten my grip on my axe infused with fire. With a fierce roar of my own, I leap toward the bear's chest, aiming to drive my flaming axe straight through its heart. Time to finish this beast once and for all.
Seeing Thoradin and Pyra's ferocious assault, I take the opportunity to dart around the bear, aiming my newly acquired enchanted bow at its exposed flank to maximize the effect of Seraph's curse. Let's put an end to this pixelated nightmare, I shout as I release another gleaming arrow.
I watch as my companions strike with precision, each attack chipping away at the bear's strength. Embrace the inevitable. I lift my holy symbol again, casting inflict wounds directly onto the bear, channeling dark energy to expedite its demise.
The scene erupts into chaos as Pyra's beam of fire sears through the bear's eye. The creature howls in its digital death throes, twitching violently. Thoradin's fiery axe finds its mark, plunging deep into the beast's heart, pixel blocks cascading in a dramatic flurry. The final blow comes from Wisp's enchanted arrow, piercing its flank, while Seraph's dark energy pulses through the creature, causing it to finally disintegrate into a shower of pixelated debris, leaving behind a shimmering rare item, a heart of the bear, pulsing with latent power.
I step forward, my eyes locked on the shimmering heart of the bear. With a confident grin, I extend my hand and gingerly pick it up, feeling its warmth resonate with my own fiery energy. This could be the key to unlocking even greater powers for us.
Seeing Pyra lift the heart of the bear, I shift my weary gaze to the forest edge, ensuring no further threats loom. "Keep that safe, lass," I grumble, still catching my breath. "I'll secure the perimeter." With my shield up and axe ready, I resume my patrol around our growing stronghold, staying vigilant for any new dangers.
I trot over to the shimmering heart of the bear, eyeing it with curiosity. "Hey, Pyra, mind if I take a closer look at that? Might be something interesting we can use it for." I reach out my hand, ready to examine the item for any hidden properties or potential traps.
I approach the heart of the bear, my fingers grazing its surface, feeling the pulsing latent power within. Even in death, power lingers. Use it wisely, lest it consumes you. I cast Identify on the heart of the bear to discern its magical properties and potential uses.
As Seraph's spell Identify unravels the secrets within the heart of the bear, a soothing yet powerful aura emanates from the item's core. It holds the essence of the defeated bear, granting the bearer enhanced strength and resilience, a boon in battle but with a caveat. Whoever wields it will find themselves haunted by visions of the bear's relentless rage, a constant test of their willpower. Meanwhile, Thoradin's watchful eyes catch sight of distant, pixelated figures moving ominously on the horizon, their shapes indistinct but unmistakable in their intent, to reclaim what the adventurers have taken from their realm. The tranquility of their newfound base feels fragile, a fleeting respite before the next onslaught.
I clutch the heart of the bear tightly, feeling its power surge through me as I brace myself for the approaching figures on the horizon. Raising my voice, I call out to my companions, "Prepare yourselves, we have more company on the way." I channel the essence of the heart to fortify our defenses, igniting a barrier of intense flames around our stronghold to ward off the advancing threat.
I squint at the distant figures, their intent clear amidst the pixelated landscape. Blasted wretches won't give us a moment's peace, will they? I reposition myself at the front of our defences, shield up and axe ready, ensuring I'm the first line of defence against the encroaching threat.
I pocket the enchanted bow and position myself near the edge of the fiery barrier Pyra has conjured, scanning the horizon for the best path to scout the incoming threat. I'll get a closer look at those figures. Keep the fire hot. I'll be back with some intel, I say with a wink, then dart stealthily through the brush, staying low and silent to avoid detection.
I sense the urgency in Pyra's call and see the pixelated figures closing in. Death's shadow looms ever closer. Raising my holy symbol, I begin to sanctify the ground around our stronghold with hallow, ensuring our base becomes a sacred space that weakens any enemies who dare to cross its threshold.
As Pyra's fiery barrier blazes to life, casting a glowing curtain of heat around the stronghold, the approaching figures come into sharper focus. They're blocky humanoid monsters with jagged, primitive weaponry and glowing red eyes, clearly hostile. Wisp's nimble form flits through the underbrush, catching glimpses of the enemy's numbers. An intimidating horde, far greater than anticipated. Thoradin's shield gleams defiantly in the flickering light, standing as an unyielding bulwark against the impending wave. Seraph's blessing over the hallowed ground gives it an ethereal glow, but even divine power seems fragile under the weight of the oncoming siege. The unnerving silence before the clash amplifies the tension. A desperate fight for survival is moments away.
I step closer to Thoradin, feeling the intensity of the flames I conjured around our stronghold. With a determined gleam in my eyes, I clap my hands together, summoning a massive meteor from the pixelated sky to crash down upon the largest cluster of incoming humanoid monsters. Let's turn the tide of this battle. Feel the wrath of the heavens.
Seeing Pyra summon the meteor, I can't help but feel a surge of battle fury in my veins. I tighten my grip on my shield and axe, eyes locked on the nearest cluster of monsters that managed to slip past the fiery perimeter. With a bellowing roar, I charge headfirst into the fray, swinging my axe in a wide arc to cleave through the enemy ranks. Come get a taste of dwarven steel, you pixelated pests!
I dart through the brush, keeping low and silent, counting the enemy's numbers and marking their positions in my mind. Got a good look at 'em and trust me, it's a horde. Go for the leaders, cut off the head and the body will fall, I shout as I slip back to our base, drawing an enchanted arrow and aiming for the monster that seems to be barking orders to the others.
I feel the palpable tension in the air as the horde closes in, my holy aura casting a fleeting feeling of solace over our stronghold. Let this be the place where they meet their end. I raise my holy symbol and cast spirit guardians, conjuring spectral entities that radiate divine light, ready to intercept and harm any enemy that dares to approach our sanctified ground.
The pixelated sky shudders as Pyra's meteor descends, a fiery beacon of destruction. It crashes into the heart of the humanoid horde, disintegrating a swath of enemies into pixel dust, the shockwave sending others scattering in disarray. Thoradin's axe glints in the firelight, slicing through two foes with a single swing, their bodies fragmenting and collapsing under his might. Wisp's arrow finds its mark, striking the commanding monster square in the forehead. It collapses, leaving the horde momentarily leaderless and confused. As they stumble forward, Seraph's spirit guardians spring to life, spectral forms of light smiting the encroaching monsters. Despite the heavy losses, stragglers from the horde press on desperately, clawing at the fiery barrier with futile rage, the sound of their inhuman screams echoing in the night.
I close my eyes for a moment, feeling the raw power emanating from the heart of the bear. With a fierce determination, I extend my hands toward the remaining stragglers and channel the essence of magma, causing the ground beneath them to erupt in molten fury. Your path ends here in a sea of fire and lava.
I see the remaining stragglers clawing at Pyra's fiery barrier, and know they need to be finished off. My eyes narrow as I charge forward, breaking through the flames with my shield held high. Roaring fiercely, I slam my shield into the nearest group of monsters, aiming to bash them into submission and send them flying back into the molten chaos Pyra unleashed. Taste the fury of a dwarf, you blasted fiends!
I seized the opening created by Thoradin's charge, using his distraction to slip behind a group of stragglers unnoticed. With a swift flick of my wrist, I drive my dagger into the nearest creature's back, aiming for a quick and silent takedown to further thin their numbers. "You'll never see me coming," I whisper, a mischievous grin spreading across my face.
I sense the desperation and rage of the remaining stragglers, clawing futilely at the fiery barrier. Rage consumes, but it also blinds. I raise my holy symbol and cast Bane on the advancing monsters, hoping to sap their strength and sow fear and weakness among their ranks.